Hello everyone, welcome to the TinyHooper channels. So hopefully and hope that you're having a great week. Mine is it's good so far. Pretty good week, pretty busy week. Even if I'm having a lot of issue implementing multiplayer. It is implemented, but I already have to fix. I'm facing some connection issues. It's kind of random. It's not perfect. So, but beside that, I'm having a great week. Talking with a different company about the game, and that's why I think it's yesterday. I didn't mention that today's stream is gonna be focused on explaining features about TinyHoopers, about the features already integrated, sure, but also about the feature that I intend to implement in the game. So it goes from daily quests, which mainly would be practices, daily practices, along with online play, leagues, which is what you that's the closest that it can be to MyCareer, I guess. So I will go through all those features and explain as extensively as I can. And for that, I'm gonna use this this document that I made yesterday. So I made this document yesterday. It's time for me now to start to be able to communicate with some of the companies, potential partner that would be interesting in the TinyHoopers. Not for publishing, but as I will explain you during the stream, there's some features that are connected to potential sponsorship. So can I succeed in having those kind of deal? I don't know, but there's something I can do in TinyHoopers that could be really interesting. So yeah, so because I had to work on that document, so I think it's a good way for me to because I never really shared with everyone, which is like I guess it's about time for me to do that, but I never actually took the time to share with everyone the ultimate vision of the game, right? So this is what I'm gonna do now. Hopefully I will do it in the proper manner, as best as I can. But yes, so let's start. So the game feature of the game. All right. So, well, this part. So that's a slide. That's a screen I use to. It's not really about features, it's more about the story of TinyHoopers, how it comes from. That's what I use to somehow like show potential company with who I want to work with, what TinyHoopers represent in terms of audiences, where does the game come from, right? So the games I didn't start the game all of a sudden. It started from the infamous Instagram page where I posted characters, daily NBA characters, posting the pixel art, and then little by little starting to post statistic from the game. So, and then 1 year later, that's when I started the actual prototype of the game. That's why I started development. So I'm sharing some information so that, again, the company to who I would share those presentations would see, okay, this is the community, it's not a game that has nothing. So yeah, so now those are the things that would start being more interesting for you. So TinyHoopers, I really see it, and that's how it started. I see it as some kind of digital hangout. So it's really for me the and I already explained that in previous streams, but it is really for me the idea of having a really chill basketball game. Similarly as when you go to the playground, go with your ball, there may be someone, there may not be anyone there. You go there and you just play. You just play, you shoot around, you test some skill, you practice alone, you're by yourself. But obviously, so you may have some other hoopers there as well. But the idea is like to really chill environment. That's what the ultimate goal. And I guess also what I may add is is the social factor of it. Like, of course, playing the game, playing TinyHoopers, and go to your own gym and doing shoot around with NPCs, that's cool. But the idea of having this community and more this social how to say that, social element of it, like being able to play with other players around the world. So imagine that. Imagine you're in your gym, and that's what multiplayer is. You create your own public open court, and you have other players from around the world joining this court. So, which is for now in the game actually. It's limited to 8 then. 8 I think, but who knows, if I manage to do a good job on multiplayer, maybe you can have more. Not sure if having more than 8-10 hoopers on the court, it's good, but could be really nice. And as a side note, this is something I'm testing with an internal tester from the TinyHoopers teams. Testing testing connection, sure, but ultimately the idea is to test, okay, when you play 4 or 5, how does it work? What can you do when you play with other friends doing a shoot around? I'm not talking about opposition, just shoot around. So can you steal the ball of other players? Can you try to block their shots? That could be nice, I think. So yeah, so digital hangout. Keep that in mind. So playable, I mentioned playable identity, empowering players to turn this. Yeah, obviously with every time you have this kind of like multiplayer online play, the idea is also to let the players to just shows their characters' uniqueness. So meaning various unique skins and those kind of things. And the best place to showcase that are online plays. And imagine you go to you start a new game, a new open court. You create a public open court. You have your own unique skins. You have other players from around the world joining, all your friends, and you can see their progress in TinyHoopers with the way they are dressed, with the uniqueness of the skins, or their skills as well, by the way. So during the shoot around, you can see them making really crazy dunks, and say, oh wow, how did he manage to get that? Where did he get? How did he get it? And stuff like that. I think that could be cool. It's really a showcase place, but it's in a really social and nice way. So I guess the only thing I didn't mention is this document. I think that's fine, but I can mention while I'm talking about the digital hangout is I guess it's not just about the skills or the design, but yeah, the chat. That's something and I think I mentioned that last week during the previous stream, but could be interesting to have a way to communicate with other players that doesn't involve texting, because I don't want to implement texting, full texting with other players. I want to keep it safe, secure, and I kind of want to not control, but I want to make sure that there's no whatever potential risk regarding privacy. And with texting, it's difficult to control. And since I'm making the game alone and by myself, so I don't want to. I better to put myself in a situation where I can have some kind of control, or I can have a hand on what's going on. So I'll try and figure out how I can implement, like, that's what I call baby chat. Emojis, obviously. Maybe some dancing, like dance animation, those kind of things we can see in games like Fortnite. But those are not communication now, but not direct one. But for actual communication, like maybe like predefined sentences, like "Hello, you want to play?" I'll have to figure out how I want to do that. Yeah. That could be nice, but it needs to be. You need to have some kind of way to exchange with prayer, even if it's in a simple way. So yes, TinyHoopers, digital hangout. The player's journey. So this one is likely gonna be of an interest for you. So from daily practice to online social plus to seamless progression. So so far the game doesn't have a game loop. What does it mean? It means that as soon as you start the game, you end up being in the gym with the ball, with the possibility to just shoot around, dunk, doing layup, just dribble, like, as simple as that. That's basically all you can do, and even if, sure, you can talk to NPC, you can, in the current version you have right now, you can, like, after talking to NPC, you can propose them to do 1v1, which is very limited right now, but you can do that, and you can talk as well to the main NPCs, which is Poppy. By talking to him, you can get more information about the game, and you can as well access other game mode. So that's all you can do right now. But that's not what the game will be, even at the release. So the ID, did I mention that in different form? I didn't mention the build. I should have mentioned that actually. I didn't mention the player build in the document. Not that much of a big deal, but I should have it. Okay, I'll probably have that, but I will explain it right now. So when you're gonna start the game, so logging, nickname, etc., etc. But you will also have the possibility to set up the profile of your players. So what is the profile of your player? So that's what most of the players who already play, like NBA 2K or Hoopla, call player build. So player build is where you can actually define what kind of skills you want to prioritize for your player. So let's say that I want to have my characters, my hooper. I want him to be a great dunker and a great defender, for example. Then at the start of the game, you will have the choice, you will be given a certain amount of points, skill points, and you will have to attribute those points to the stats that you want to prioritize. So I don't have it right now in front of me, but among the stats, obviously you have the speed, defense, strength, dribbling skills, 2-point shooting, percentage, stat level, 3-point shooting stat level, blocking. I'm sure I'm missing a ton of them, but etc. etc. So you will be able to put the, your point. You will have a budget of points, and then you will have to attribute those points to whatever stat you want to focus on. So that you'll be able to during your progress, you'll be able to maximize your profile based on what you set initially at the very beginning of the game. So that's how the game's gonna start. Then once it's done, then you'll be in the gym with no ball, with only one NPC, which is the current NPC I'm using in the game, which is Poppy. Calling Poppy. And then, so except running around, there's nothing else to do. So talking to him, then he's gonna introduce you about the game. TinyHoopers, or more like, okay, you're in the gym. Hey, Cameron Wiggins. And so you'll be able to he's gonna explain you, okay, like you're gonna have some kind of like background story. So, hey, newcomers, so you want to be good at basketball, you want to improve. All right, if you want to improve, like first of all, you need to run. So that's part of the quest, right? Part of the training as well at the very beginning. So it's gonna ask you to run around, like doing 2 tours of the court, 2-3 times, whatever. Then maybe once you did that, say, okay, cool. So now here's for you, you're gonna get some reward, and here's for your basketball, your first basketball. That's another quest. Get your first basketball. Then before shooting, you won't be able to shoot, you're gonna have to run around with the basketball. So you're gonna have made some daily practice, which actually I see that as tutorials. Which, like, if you think about it, when you start basketball, so sure, you can start shoot around and stuff like that, but then you have the daily practice. That's what it is. Basketball, it's about daily practice. You don't practice, you don't become good. So daily practice will be, especially initial practices, will be like tutorials, but daily practice will definitely be an important part of the game, of the game loop. So you really have to practice. So daily practice, that's fine. So just giving you another example of practices. So you're gonna put some cones, you're gonna run around them, you're gonna dribble, shooting free throws, shooting 3 points, dribble layup. So it could be interesting at some point, like if you're not alone, obviously, you're gonna have some NPCs gonna do dribble layup as well. You're gonna see some NPCs missing the layup. You're gonna wait your turn, then when it's your turn, you're gonna go. If you don't actually go to the layup, then maybe you have the main character, the main NPC probably who's gonna talk to you and say, okay, so what are you doing? You're not doing the layup. So if you don't want to practice today, just run around or do something else. Then you miss the practice. You didn't complete the practice. Could be fun. And obviously the idea would be to have as many as daily practice as possible. So the daily practices, beside like kind of like forcing you doing something in the game, are very important because they're gonna reward you with XP points and coins depending on the daily on the practice. So you're gonna get XP points, and obviously if you accumulate enough XP points, then you're gonna level up at some point, right? Leveling up is gonna reward you with skill points. We're back to skill points again, and other reward. depending on the level you're reaching, maybe not level 1, but if you reach, for example, level 3, then you unlock another, or level 2, maybe it makes more sense. Level 2, you unlock another daily practice. Other rewards maybe depending on the level again, it could be coins. So the skill points, if you level up, you get skill points. And what you can do with skill points, we just mentioned that. Then you can attribute and assign those skill points to whatever stat that you want to improve. That is focused on your current Hooper profile. Just specialization. So that's daily practice. So I did include fan challenge in it. So it's not really, that's not really what it should be. It's like daily. I should probably mention that as like kind of like daily quest or daily task. I don't know. I'll think about that better. John daily practice, yeah. So fan challenge. So fan challenges. It's something that's already implemented in the game. So just to remind you better. So basically, you have real world, real life games, NBA games, WNBA games, and other games from other leagues around the world. So what I'm doing right now, and I'm doing that for mainly NBA and the WNBA. So I'm getting the schedules of each game, okay? And what I do is like 24 hours before the actual start of the game, of the real life game, I start a fan challenge. I'm not using the actual real name of the teams. For example, for Los Angeles Lakers, I'm using Los Angeles Shooting Stars instead of Los Angeles Lakers. But you got the point. So I'm using the different name. And then players can enter the challenges. Like they have access to one challenge per day, unless they buy. I'm talking about buying already. Unless they buy or they get some specific pass so that they can do more challenge per day. They access the challenges. So they pick the team they want to support. And they have like 45 seconds of like when you need to shoot and score as much as you can. Then your points at the end of the challenge, then your points are accumulated to other fans as well. And then 30 minutes before the tip-off of the game, the live game, then there will be the result, like how many points each fans for their team scored. And then obviously the team with the most points win. And then based on that, then depending on who win and your rank into your actual team's fans list, the leaderboard, then you're gonna have some reward, some coins, and maybe some other things. So I think like I'm going too much into detail while I'm gonna talk about those points anyway later. So anyway, so daily tasks. So you have that stuff like tasks or things that you have to do every day to get rewards and skill points. Then skill and style. So you can spend the skill points obviously to unlock new skills. So let's say you're a dunker, you completed various daily tasks, so you accumulated enough skill points to unlock a new dunk style, like maybe 360, maybe reverse dunk, etc, etc. So that's what you can do with that. 10 coins. If you get enough coins, then you can buy various cosmetics. I didn't mention that here, but unused coin for character cosmetic and gym equipment. Yes, didn't mention that. I'll fix that later. So leagues. I don't enter much more detail, but that's part of the player progression. Daily task. You're improving. You're unlocking, you're spending some skill point into a skill, so you're becoming better, and because you're better, then you can start to participate leagues. which what I see as a kind of MyCareer. It's not quite the same as what you'll probably see in NBA 2K or Hoopla. But it's still like leagues with like its seasons. With every leagues, you're gonna have a lot of leagues. Every league's having their own backstories. So again, if you depending on your success in those leagues, you'll get some XP points and coins as well. And leagues are offline. It has nothing to do with the online one. Then I'm going to next to the online play. So multiplayer. ELO matchmaking. ELO matchmaking is more like, yeah, ELO ranking based matchmaking. I don't even know, the English sucks. I'm gonna leave it like that. Yeah, we'll see. So I spent too much time explaining daily task, but I think daily task was necessary because I don't mention the daily task after that. But everything related to fan challenge, leagues, and online play, I will be more. I will talk more in depth later in the slides. Style and personalization, something you already have access if you're a beta tester. You'll be able to customize whatever you want for your player. I think I will change the screen. The UI, it's not great right now. It's really not good actually. I will change it so that it seems more like more UX friendly, I guess. But beside that, yeah, I'll try and it's not easy with pixel art. So pixel art is pretty charming, sure, but there's not a lot of pixels available for the characters. So many things I can do for customize the hair and stuff like that. But where I think maybe I didn't think enough, maybe I should have put more thinking into it, is the t-shirts and jersey. It needs to be more customizable. I need to find a way to get more pixels into that. So I may have an idea actually. I may have an idea. Yeah, it could be cool if I can have more pixels so that I can have more designs, more unique styles and stuff like that. So yeah, but the stuff that really fun stuff that I'll be able to do, like for example adding some wings behind the players, could be nice. Angel wings, bat wings. I don't know, why not? Fan challenge. So somehow I already explained that actually, so I'm probably not gonna spend so much time already. Yeah. So get your point. And I guess the things I didn't mention, I will enter more in depth in that. But it's the reward ladder. So I think I will have a table with, you know, a guide saying, okay, if you're first, this is what you're gonna get. If you're second, this is what you're gonna get, etc., etc. And maybe you're gonna have a default reward table. But depending on the matchup, for example, if it's a final, was it NBA final or WNBA final or whatever the case may be, then yeah, maybe the reward table will be a bit different. More incentives, maybe. I'll think about it. One thing I didn't work too much on yet, it's the automatic posting results of fan challenges. So I should have a way to post the results, maybe on the website, like, okay, this team won, so that instead of showing the results of, for example, it could be nice actually. I could have on the TinyHoopers website, I could have every fan challenges that are actually active. Seeing the score, I'm not sure about that because it can be biased actually. If people see that this team has more, has a lot of scores, they may say, okay, no, I'm not gonna join this team, I'm gonna support that team. That's not great. so I may not show the score in real time. Yeah, just running, for example. Yeah, and then show the score only at the end. So I'll probably do that. But yeah, I could show that. Then yeah, you can have the result. The same as when you go to whatever ESPN or other website and you see the actual NBA game box scores. Then I'll do the same for fan challenges. Could be fun actually. Yeah. But yeah, find a way to post that on social media, Instagram, TikTok, and whatever it is. And maybe little by little, maybe now it's a little bit complicated. It's gonna take me too much time, but maybe showcase some players, like the first 3 players. Could be fun. Like the result of the fan challenge, just the score, and then you have the how do you call that? The podium, and you can see the hoopers of the first 3 players. Could be nice actually. Yeah, and their score. Yeah, I'll think about that. It's a way to showcase each player, every player. Not everybody would be showcased, but why not? Official leagues, okay. So, official leagues. So, competition where players face NPC hoopers in a structured season. Yeah. So, is that... So the way I'm gonna structure official leagues. So basically you will have a certain number of NPCs, okay? You're gonna have, depending on the leagues, maybe for the first leagues there's not so many hoopers. For the first league is gonna be called maybe the Rookie League, maybe. And you're gonna have like, let's say like in total like 8 hoopers, like 7 NPCs, and you, the player. Then you're gonna have what I call the, I think it's the round robin, like kind of season. So you as the player, gonna play against every NPC twice. So you're gonna play twice. For the Rookie League, it's gonna be a 1v1. Normal 1v1. Those NPC in the Rookie League, NPC's level is gonna be really not so high, so not too complicated, not too tough, not too easy, but like enough for you to go through all of them. Then after the season, then before that, maybe I should mention that. So when you win your matchup against an NPC, you will get, for example, 3 points. If you lose, 0 points. Yeah, that's pretty much it actually, because there's no draw. Will there be draw? No, shouldn't have any draw. So at the end of the season, so after you play twice against every NPC, then obviously you're gonna have the final total score of the season, right? How many points, not how many points, but yeah, so your ranking, the standings. And then based on that, the idea would be to go through kind of like, not playoff, but direct elimination phase. So you go from the seasonal format to like tournament single elimination format. Should I? Yes, I should. Yes. Or at least I will do it that way first. So meaning that at the end of the season, so only the first 2 or 4 or whoever will be qualified. If it's the first 2, it means like the next elimination phase, the tournament will start with the semi-final actually, right? If you take the best 4. So yeah. if I want to do a quarterfinal, then 8 NPC is not enough. So I guess I really need to decide how many NPCs will be joining even the rookie league. If it's 18, if it's 8 for the rookie league, or 16. I think 8 could be fine, so that it's not too long at the beginning. Yeah, I think it's a baby step, right? So, and then the final, right? Semi-final, final. And if you win, then you got your cup. And then you unlock the next league, the bronze league. Then you have the silver league, the gold, platinum, and diamond. So, am I gonna keep those names? Not sure. I'm probably gonna change that and adapt it to basketball. So rookie league is nice. Should it be role player leagues? I don't know, but you're gonna have like the legend league, maybe all-time league, all-star league, superstar league. Yeah, sounds good to me. Role player, I'm not sure about that. So I'll figure out the name, but all time. The OG league. So yeah, it's the all time. So let's say OG. Hall of Fame league. OG league. Super Star league. Okay. I should have more, but anyway. So yeah, so you by completing that, by reaching a certain level, then you'll be able to unlock other leagues. So one thing that's very important, because I did mention carry mode, right? So I want to see that, I see it as a MyCareer, where you go from the daily practice to, okay. And what's interesting is like, so each NPC gonna have backstories. The league's gonna have a backstory, for example, so that could be fun. But what's really interesting is like, as you go through every league, then at some point you're gonna have access to 2 versus 2 and 3 versus 3. Maybe not. I don't know. But I want to do that. And what could be interesting is like, you're gonna have NPCs that you faced during the rookie league that will, after that, they will visit your gym actually, like randomly. And you'll be able to not hire them, but talk to them and propose them to join you for 2 versus 2 league. So that, like, it's not recruiting, but okay, yeah, it was nice playing with you, blah 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 blah, etc., etc. But then, yeah, then you decide to team up together. It was your the best. You kind of was a rival. Then you become both of you how to say that? You join, you team up. Could be really fun. The problem with that is like I need to work on the dialogue. So it's a lot of work. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Whether I do that the hard way or I do that in the 2026 way, meaning like I use I implement some AI in the game. It's a possibility for the dialogue, so that to keep a way to keep the backstories. And that's one way to have a really probably a really good like not good MyCareer, but interesting backstories and ramifications, depending on how who you beat before, who you won, or yeah, could be really fun actually. I need to think about that. Seriously, yeah. Anyway, so this is what so the league and how the structure, how the league will be. So I didn't mention everything actually. I stayed over there, but character-driven story. Yeah, every league has a background story, and NPC will have unique dialogues for pre and post-game reactions. Yeah. So yeah, I mentioned that, but yeah, it could be fun. Like before each game, it's like I don't know. It's like before, like in Street Fighter. Or do you see that? You have that in other game as well, but where you actually, like before the game starts, then so you I don't know, I suck at this kind of stuff. But yeah, okay, I'll beat you, and I'm better than you or whoever. I'm not good at trash talking, but yeah, trash talking. That's what it is. Some trash talking. So I'm gonna add some trash talking to each NPC. Some NPC won't trash talk, but they're gonna have their own unique dialogue before a game, after a game. So, and depending whether they lost or won, could be fun. So, and the last point regarding leagues, the collection wall. So I'm gonna add a menu which I call the collection wall. Obviously, if you complete the league, then you're gonna have the rookie league badge or something like that. The collection wall is not just about leagues. It's basically badges that you can collect during your play in TinyHoopers. So you can get badges when you complete leagues. When you win a league, you can get badges. When you do something specific during the fan challenge, like you've been first, like 3 times in a row, and your team won in the fan challenge, something like that. So maybe the collection wall is something that deserves its slide by itself actually. But I guess the reason it's here is because it makes sense to mention that for the official leagues, because they're gonna have other leagues that I'm gonna mention a little bit later, maybe. And because I need to figure out how I want the collection wall to be as well. So there's many things, as you already guessed, that I still need to figure out. Anyway, so that is all about game official league. Hope it was clear. Community recognition through multiplayer. Yeah. So multiplayer. So I kind of mentioned that at the beginning, but again, TinyHoopers is as for goal to be like a real cool, chill digital hangout, and I do need multiplayer for that. You can hang out as much as you want with NPCs. Well, it's not the same, it's not as fun as hanging out with other players around the world, with human beings. And open court, that's what I call those public online shoot around place, gym or playground. I call that open court. And me, I will probably do that a lot. I will, once the game is over, well, it's never over, there's always stuff to do, but when we'll be able to play open court, I'm probably gonna hang out in open court and just show, maybe try to communicate with people with the baby chat I mentioned just before, simple chat system, because I like chill stuff. I don't necessarily, competing is totally fine, and of course I will probably compete at some point, but I like to chill, just to shoot, relax, no pressure, nothing, and that's cool by itself. So this one's gonna be very important, and that's why I did mention 8 to 10 players. It shouldn't be more than that, otherwise it starts to be, it's not as chill as you want actually. Yeah. So ranked 1v1, and yeah. So ELO system. So similar as chess. So it's one of you who mentioned that in Discord community a long time ago. I don't remember who was that actually. I think it was Gaxa maybe. I'm not sure. but Elo system. So you'll start with I don't know, 1,000 points, for example. So that's your Elo ranking, and you're gonna be matched with other players with similar rank, as close as possible. And then depending on the results, so if you, for example, let's say you rank with someone who has maybe, you've been matched with someone with a little bit higher ranking than yours, then the point that you're gonna get is gonna be considerably higher than if you're facing someone that has a lower Elo ranking than you. That's Elo ranking system. So I will use the same system. I think it's it's a system that works. I have the formula somewhere, which is not something, it's not a secret source or whatever. I know which formula I'm gonna use. I just need to, which is the Elo system formula, but I need to probably adjust some parameters. That's pretty much, yeah. So matchmaking to ensure balance in a skill-based game, yeah. So that's how you're gonna be ranked for matchmaking. So you're gonna be able to play against someone else for 1v1, and this one should be fun. I didn't decide yet. So what you're gonna play for is ranking, obviously, recognition. So that's the cool part. Yeah. So you notice, but I'm not in. Except at the very beginning when I talk about coins. So in-game coins, which is soft currency. I didn't mention about monetization and stuff like that. So it's on purpose. I would just want to focus on features. How features gonna work. Monetizations. I think I have a good idea of what I want to do. But those things are always like kind of like not easy to talk about. So people like when you talk about having features and yeah, it's gonna be free. People say, yeah, don't make it paid. Everything should be free. Yeah, well, not everything is free. It takes time to make those games. I think the idea is to propose something that is balanced, not predatory, not pushing you to buy anything. So I'm not gonna try and doing that. I'm gonna try to do something that as fair as possible. But that's something that I'm still, even if I have an idea of what I want to do, it's not defined yet. Hey, my name egg farm. So I still need time to figure that out. So rank 1v1. Elo system. Opposition history. Social play against friends include a persistent win-loss track. Yeah, rivalries. So I'm even thinking about. So opposition history. So I'm definitely gonna keep track on the win and losses against everybody. I need to check with the database how I need to put that in place. I don't think it's that complicated, but yeah. Can you make a new game called Tiny Football? Maybe. Maybe. But I need to finish this one first. I need to finish that one. Because, if I don't finish it, people's gonna get angry. But why not? Sure. I could use the same characters. I already have animation of running. I just need to put the football instead of dribbling with the hand, right? So why not? It's not it's still a bit doable, but I need to complete TinyHoopers first. Once this one is complete, then I guess it's easier to make a game similar to using the existing engine. Yeah, I guess. So opposition history, yeah. So I think I'm gonna track records, of course. But I'm gonna also have like those, what I call like rival cards. So if you face not the same opponent, but like an opponent and other players, like many times, and the score is kind of like close, then I'm gonna activate or trigger something called like a rival card. Those kind of, so yeah, after I've saying that, I don't know what it means, but maybe you get something extra as a reward because you keep playing each other and the score is tight. I don't know. No idea, but I like to spice things up. So maybe it should be something related or close to social, so SNS as well. Maybe I should post this. You know, I mean, okay, those players are really good, and they are rival in the game. So maybe I should showcase that, right? Could be interesting. Could be really interesting. 3-point contest. Oh yeah, I never mentioned that actually. So if you have multiplayer, then yeah, sure. I mean, it could be. I think it could be nice instead of to have 2 modes actually. So the 3-point contest could be similarly as ranked 1v1. Maybe like having a 3-point contest between 2 players with an elo ranking as well, but just for 3 points. That could be really nice. Who is the best 3-point shooter in TinyHoopers? And then you have the hero ranking for that, right? Could be cool. I need to figure out how to do that because the thing is, if you're really good at it, then you can put every point. You can score at every. Nah, I don't know. No, there's always the stress actually. Anyway, I need to figure it out. But I want to have a 3-point contest, elo ranked, for sure. I want that. Beside that, I want to add a 3-point contest, a different one, while you're in open court. So say you're with 6 friends, 8 friends, whatever the number, and you say, okay, so it could be nice to be able to challenge them into a 3-point contest during shoot around. So other player plays, so maybe they disappear, just for the 2 players who decided to compete with each other. And then you have like one character, you know, once starting over there on one side of the 3-point line, on one corner, on the other one on the other corner, and then then the time starts. Then you shoot as soon as possible. You go through every rack. I should do that. Okay, let's do that like that. And then little by little you're going like this, and then you're crossing, and then you finish with the other corner. So it's real time. You can, at that time, you can see only the other player maybe. You don't see the other ones because it can be cumbersome. But other players who are actually still in the shoot around place, they can see you actually shooting. That could be fun. That could be fun. Yeah. So that's something I plan to do as well. So that it's like when you're, even if you're in open court, then you can actually challenge people. So, and 1v1 can be the same actually, but it's like more like a 1v1 that you do sometime in playground. You know, you shoot around and sometimes someone is getting his ball and you try to change him a little bit. So I think I'll let people do that as well. Yeah. Just casually challenge other friends when they don't have their own ball. Anyway, so that was community recognition through multiplayer. And that's the last slide. So that was fast actually. Sponsored leagues. So need to be confirmed. So that's something it's for you players, but it's also something I want to try to do with companies, so with brands. So the idea will be to have beside official leagues that will be in the game, with Rookie League, Super League, Superstar Leagues, Hall of Fame League, etc., etc. the idea would be to have like branded leagues. Like for example, well, probably never gonna happen, but imagine like the Nike League in TinyHoopers. So, and the idea, it's not just to have the Nike League where they have their own, just their own custom badge that you can get if you win the league, with the court branded into the Nike arena or whatever. But it's also to make it to add the storyline. So I think that's something that's cool for players, but obviously for brand. So instead of having just like, you know, the court with just the brand, Nike brand written everywhere, then you also the story is there as well. Like the background, you know, remember I said that when I talked about leagues that every league gonna have a background story, right? Character driven story and stuff like that. So immersive visual narrative, playable brand narrative, yeah. More than just a logo, these leagues feature customized storytelling that we sponsor story on mission, blah blah blah. So the background story of, for example, the Nike league, I don't know, it sucks, but just see, like imagine like, so okay, you want to be the next Jordan and get your own shoes, but remember, I don't know. Then you can have your own shoes, but you need to prove us that you can be good, blah blah blah. And then while you're going through this league, then you have the things about the company that pop ups, but the company history. It need to make sense into the narrative in the game with hoopers as well. But I think that's something that could be really fun to do with brand, and even for I'm really sure that it could be really nice for players as well to be part. It's a way for them to have, like, you know, those kind of seasonal leagues. Maybe it's a short one, it's accessible just for a few amount of time, but once you access it, then you learn a little bit more about the company. Maybe some of you probably gonna say you don't care, but it's a nice way to, you know, it's not just play, it's like, you know, there's something behind it, and then you get the badge. Yeah, I think there's something to do on that, and you can get obviously some exclusive, like a skin, things like that. Yeah, so I think yeah, there's not much to say about the sponsor link, because I think that's not my #1 priority. I want to do that. It's something maybe I'm gonna do at the same time at some point, but it's not something that I will have in the at D1 anyway, because even if the league system, the league engine works and is implemented in TinyHoopers, in order of having sponsor leagues debut with a brand, then it takes time. Need to find a brand, then we need to agree on what we're gonna do, define the story behind it, etc. It takes time. So that's stuff that are in no way related to the game development, actually. But I just thought it would be nice to share with you. So yeah, so that's sorry. So that's what it is. Yeah, it would be very cool as a player, like for customization too. Yeah. So that's why the customization part, I need to it speaks a lot, right? But I do need to find a way to make it really like enjoyable for player. I need to be able to have really fun skin. And if I manage to have maybe on the t-shirt, but if you can have more detail, then it could be good for brand, actually. Could be really good for them. So obviously there's many things I can do. In terms of customization, I really thought about that a little bit, but there's many things I can do with the hair. So with the t-shirt, if I find a way to increase the level of detail I can put into it, For the sneakers, that would be great actually, but the sneakers, it's gonna be complicated. But I'll figure out something. Yeah, there's always a way. But could be really nice, yeah, for players. So custom gear, exclusive rewards, yeah. Yeah, I wrote over here like boosters, for example. I don't know, but for example, yeah, if you can get some, it doesn't have to be just cosmetic for the character, for the hoopers, for the player. It could be cosmetic for your own gym, actually, right? So I think in the game, yeah, you see in the, so let me check that over there, yeah. So in the game here, you know, you have hoops where I put, don't ask me why I put swoop, but I call it soup. Maybe I should give a different name. But imagine then, yeah, so you participated to the Nike the Nike League, and then you got some gears, Nike gears, the Nike badge, but also some Nike equipment, and one of the equipment could be the hoop actually, and you could place it over there. So again, I'm not saying I'm gonna do something with Nike, so I think it's like probably gonna be difficult. But whether it's Nike or someone else, I mean, I'm fine if it's like even if I would be really happy to do those kind of things with small brands actually. And the reason is simple, is because it's faster. It's more talking with small brands actually, and I'm not saying that in a really negative way, in a down way, like if small brands. That's not the way I'm talking about those. It's more like, it's more duration is more, it's closer, right? There's not 100,000 people you have to talk to before to make something happen. It's just about passion. People believe in their product. If I believe in the product as well, I'm not gonna put any brand. If I can put some brand, and if I have the opportunity to choose, and I'd like to be able to choose and not put any brand, so it could be nice. So for example, I'm not gonna, so people talk to me about that, but energy drink, right. So I don't think I would be interested in putting some energy drink brand in it, even if there's a lot of potential. I'm pretty sure. The reason is I don't drink energy drink myself. I used to a long time ago when I was working, you know, in video games. When you in the video game industry, when you not just the video game industry, but anyway, you work late sometimes. Okay? You work late, you work all night, and I used to drink that a little bit to help me just to survive the night. But I'm really careful with what I eat and what I drink, and I'm not sure that showcasing products that are not necessarily good for your health, depending on the product, need to make your own search. I need to do mine as well, especially for the TinyHoopers audience, which is like right now it's 13 years old. I don't think it's good actually. It's not that great. So yeah. But on Discord, I'll probably I think I find a way to ask the community what brand they would be interesting to have in the game, or to have the gear, right? It could be a nice way to do that. And recently, like unfortunately, I'm so busy with the game, with the multiplayer things and other things, that I don't communicate enough in the Discord. That's not great. I know that. I know that. I'll find a way to catch up, to make it for you, make it to you. So I think that's it. That's it for all the features. If there's something you want more information, you want more detail, I can explain if you want. I will make this document available to on Discord. It's gonna be on Discord so that you can check it. I'm gonna upload it as a PDF that you can check. You can ask whatever question you want and follow up. And hopefully I'm not gonna get what, you gonna just do that? It sucks. Well, if I have that, well, it is what it is. But feel free to tell me, to ask me any questions, and I'll do my best answering. Anything? Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? No, I think that's it. So yeah, so the stream is over. Today it was just about that. So I had to work on the document for different reasons, and so I think it was a good way for me to put stuff on paper, and it's easier to communicate with that. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was not too boring. I hope the explanation were clear. I need to find a way to speak better. I need to improve my English. I stutter a lot on my words every time, but I will improve that, I promise. So thanks again. Have a great day. Time for me to start my day of work on multiplayer, and see you soon on Discord and on SNS.